Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the LanceScurv Show podcast under the heading of Rooftop Perspectives. If I'm not mistaken, this must be 119 or 120. Boy, how time flies. You know, and it's a testimony to the fact that when one sticks to something and rides the wave of time, you can only get better. You can only accumulate. Just don't get discouraged when moments come by where it appears that things are not going good for you. You have to have that stick-it-to-itiveness. You have to have the knowing in yourself, no matter how many naysayers are around you trying to poke holes in a bucket that you're trying to fill with water. Don't allow that, right? Let me tell you something. I'm going to talk about something really quick. And I'm going to say it like this, and this goes for man and woman, but I'm speaking as a man. But this goes for both man and woman. Any woman will appear to be super special when you lack options. I'm going to say that again in a different way. Any man will appear to be special when you lack options. What does that mean? Let's get a second. Now, I'm going to speak at it from a man's point of view, but I did it both ways so you can understand that I'm saying this again. So don't get in the comment section and try to turn it around and say you're downing women when I'm speaking about both, depending on what you are. Understood? Ride with me. Listen, when you have options, there are things you're not going to go for in this life. There are things that you're not going to tolerate in this life when you have options. When you lack options, you have no choice but to go for anything. And in relationships, and this goes for business relationships, this goes for the romantic, committed relationships as in marriage, dating, any interaction. When you lack options, everything seems special around you. Listen, when you lack the options to buy all of the groceries that you want to fill your cupboards in your refrigerator, any little Ritz cracker that fell on the ground is going to be golden to you because you lack the options. You don't have the food. Any woman, and I'm speaking as a man, this goes for men also with women. And that's the last time I'm going to say it. But any man who goes for just any woman because he's lacking options is selling himself short. So we have many people in our society who feel as though they lack options, and they actually do sometimes lack options. So they can't complain on what they settle for. Only really what they should do is hold out until the options get better, until they have something of options to choose from. And how do you do that? You don't just try on the good graces of someone who may have more than you, or who may like you, who may be on a higher level than you as far as the options that they have. You need to come to the table with your own options. Don't settle for less because you lack options. Increase your desirability and increase your power and your negotiating power, because that comes down to it really and truly in relationships. People sometimes will use you for sex. People will sometimes use you for whatever they can use you for, and you think you're in, and you're not in. They only used you because they know that you lack options. If they want to utilize your skills, and this can be in a marriage, this can be in a business relationship, and they know that you have options, that you can sit at home and through cyberspace make money, or you have contracts with different companies where you can make money the way you want to make it, when you want to make it, you have options. And you don't have to settle, and it doesn't just come down to money, right? If you are a man who is in the process of dating multiple women, and when I say dating, maybe we have the different definition of dating. I don't mean screwing them. I don't mean getting intimate with them and feeling up on them and touching them. I don't mean using them for their money or using them for anything. But you're in a valley of decision already with maybe one or two women that you have been dating and checking out their energy, nothing more. And when they realize that you have the option of someone else, that it's not a competition, it's a choice. Just the same way, ladies, you may choose who you want to be with. And yes, it may not be where you're going to bed with several men, but you have different men who are interested in you, but you know it comes down to your final choice. And they do what they can do to woo you over. They treat you the best as much as they're going to treat you. But you have to see through what is authentic and what is fabricated. And you have to also figure out, why is it that they're attracted to you so much? Well, you should already know if you have options. But if you don't have options, you'll be running around tearing your hair out if you have any at all, or tearing your wig off, trying to figure out why they want you. And if you have to ask that question, you don't have much options. You should know your value. It's very important to know your value, and if you can't see that you have any value on an open market in your relationships, you're shortchanging yourself. So you need to build and make yourself more marketable and desirable so that when you get with this person, they know the advantages of being with you, just the same way you know the advantages of being with them. And it's not a trade-off, because some people say, well, it doesn't matter when it's love. Well, you tell the light company that when the lights cut out because he or she, and usually it should be the he, doesn't have the money to keep the lights on. I love the lights off sometimes when making love, and sometimes I want to see all the action. That's a choice. I don't want it to be where I have no choice because I don't have the money to put the lights on. Right? It should be an option. So what you do in your downtime, even after a breakup and you feel bad and you feel down, understand that you can change the dynamics of how you feel about yourself and how the world sees you and the people who are potential mates to you in the next relationship that is not forced, but you take your time. And you should not put yourself up on the open market until you have improved yourself exponentially. Because now you have something more to offer, and you know. And you're not going to rub it in anybody's face, but it's more of a thing of knowing who you are and having the confidence. You see, when I first came out here to Ghana, I realized that many who I thought were in my corner have been trying to destroy my platform and snuff me out. But see, I know my value, and they figured that I didn't know my value. I don't need anyone else to do what it is that I do. That's not a cocky statement. But if I'm a creator and I know how to paint a good picture, I know how to take a pencil and a pen and draw a very detailed rendering that will bedazzle your eyeballs, I know this. And so you walk with this because you have a confidence, because you know what you went through to get to that point. And so you have a platform. You have the ability to write because you went to school. And not only just because you went to school, because we have a lot of people who can't do certain things that they were taught, but you applied yourself because learning was always tops on my list. And I know I didn't have to go to a college to do so. Because many occasions, for many acquaintances and friends, although it's funny, although I'm a high school guy, they asked me to write their college papers for them. And I did. In 30 minutes, 20 minutes, boom. They're like, man, this would have took me 2 or 3 hours. That is my gift. But I also have to know my options in this world. And if you lack those options, increase those options so you walk a little stronger than you did the prior year. There's so many things that I wish to do and I'm planning to do, and I'm like a runaway train. I am so focused to get these things done because it burns me in my heart that I wake up another day, I got a lot done the day before, but I got to do more now. I'm not running away from anything. I know my worth and I know my value, but it can't just be lip service. It can't be. You've got to do the damn thing. This is why Brother Ayapo is so inspirational to me, even though I don't get a chance to talk to him as much as I want to, and I will talk to you very soon within the next 2 days. There's a lot going on in my life right now, but I aside from work, but I know you understand that. That's my brother from another mother, you see? And my thing is, he is an author and an artist and graphics and everything. If me and him finally meet face to face, there will be an explosion in the atmosphere to cause a black hole of creativity in the sky because there's so much talent between the both of us. Right? But he is an author. And I have written countless blogs, hundreds and hundreds of articles, but yet that doesn't make me an author. So to increase my options, to be able to say that this is what I have done, I have to create a book. Now, this is in no way in competition to my brother because he's an inspiration to me, but I've always felt this and never could have the time. But the more and more I've gotten rid of negative entities around me, trying to drain me and put more holes in my bucket so I can't capture and hold on to the water that I've accrued, I'm stronger now. There's nothing to stop me. And many don't like that who are not with me. I'm sorry. I paid attention in class. I'm sorry. The Creator gave me certain talents. I'm sorry. I can't apologize for what was given to me, but the sin would be to have these talents and abilities and to not have manifested it in real life. So when I do transition, whichever way it may be, even though they say it this way and that way, I'll just echo the words that many Christians say, job well done.